Joining us tonight, the former governor of Arkansas, former Republican presidential candidate, Governor Mike Huckabee. Governor, good to have you with us.
Thank you, Lou.
Who do you think is going to be vice president?
I have no idea, and I think that the more there's speculation surfaces, the less likely we are to know, because the one thing that we can predict about Donald Trump is that we can't predict anything about Donald Trump. So even though we all think that it's probably either Newt Gingrich, Mike Pence, or Chris Christie, all bets are off. He may surprise us. He may say Lou Dobbs is his pick and call you to the platform on Wednesday night.
Well, you know, he's going to be.
Hey, we could do worse.
Well, not much worse. You couldn't do much worse. I think he may surprise folks, though, on that point. I think he may be gaming folks a little bit, kind of trying to draw them in and have a surprise for us.
Wouldn't be the first time that he's gamed us a little bit. Look, I think the most important thing that he's got to do is pick somebody he personally is comfortable with, so that when he sends that candidate out there to campaign, he doesn't, get all uptight every day as to what that guy's saying. He's got to have somebody who can articulate his message, who's media savvy, who can carry the message, and the biggest thing of all, he's got to really take the Hippocratic political oath. First, do no harm.
Yeah, sometimes, as you know, in politics, that's the hardest job of all to do.
Hardest.
I like the description. He didn't say it exactly this way, but I think what it could be interpreted as is he would like to have a junkyard dog at his side as well, who can take care of business almost as well as can Donald Trump. Let's turn to this platform. To have so many of Trump's issues, his agenda now memorialized in the platform and strongly expressed, do you think that this is, do you think this is going to be compelling for the party? How important is it in the outcome of the election?
I would say, Lou, it is huge, and here's why. He is taking the strongest stand we've ever seen on Israel to finally come out and have the common sense to say there isn't going to be a two-state solution that the U.S. is going to push. I'm so glad somebody finally came and said that publicly. It's a ridiculous position. It never was going to work, and now it's part of the platform. The fact that he's talking about a new way to look at trade, to look at it where it's friendly to the worker and not just to the people at the top of the financial food chain, that's refreshing. That fundamentally changes the way the Republican Party not only looks at working class people, but let's hope that it changes the way that working class people start looking at the Republican Party.
Yeah, that's a great point, Governor, because it has been almost never discussed. I know that you are an exception to that on the campaign trail when you're running for president, but it has almost never been discussed, and it's been helpful, obviously, to the party, given the record number of voters for Donald Trump, for him to have done so. His opportunity with Sanders voters, I'm interested to hear what you think, given the populist tone of Sanders, who some say now has sold out to Hillary Clinton and Wall Street, and the opportunity that represents for Donald Trump.
Well, I think one of the best things that happened for Donald Trump was when a lot of the big Wall Street players like Goldman Sachs and others said they were going to sit out the GOP. Oh, thank God, because now it proves once and for all that Hillary Clinton is a wholly owned subsidiary of the big banks on Wall Street. And look, let's remember, she helped defend them because they were too big to fail. Yeah. Now they're coming to her rescue because she's too big to jail. This is a great opportunity for Donald Trump to capture those Sanders voters and say, Bernie told you right. She is a corporate complete queen, and she is owned by them. Donald Trump is not. This gives him the independence that I think gives a lot of credibility to everything he said on the campaign trail.
And independence as individuals going for throughout the primary to Donald Trump, and it looks like that's going to hold across many states, if not most, in the general election. Governor Huckabee, always good to have you here. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Lou.